All you have to do to change your state is not try to think your way there. Like, I'm happy, and do a bunch of affirmations. Your brain's gonna go BS, you are not happy.
Tony Robbins is one of the most sought-after seminars in the world.
And it's 50 hours.
It's 50 hours.
5 minutes.
So
it's still immersion.
50 hours worth of wisdom into 5 or so minutes.
What human beings can do is amazing. What they will do is usually disappointing. It's not because we're not capable of it. It's because we don't have new actions because we get in certain emotional states that dominate us, like anxiety, like fear of failure, right? So if you're in a state of fear, you're gonna behave very differently and get very different results. So the most important key to changing your life in any situation is to change results, you gotta change behavior, but to change behavior, you gotta change the emotional state you're in. Now, how do you do that when you don't feel like it, right? Or it feels overwhelming? There are 2 ways, and I've done this with the greatest athletes in the world. I've done this with 4 different presidents of the United States. I've done it with billionaire clients. All you have to do to change your state is not try to think your way there. Like, I'm happy, and do a bunch of affirmations. Your brain's gonna go BS, you are not happy. What you need to do is make a radical change in the way you use what we call your physiology. It's a big word, it just means the way you use your physical body. Change the tempo at which they move. You bring their shoulders back and change their breathing pattern. If they make a faster gesture, if they speak more rapidly, it fires off a different biochemistry in you. And in that state, you will take radically different actions. In fact, I've taught this for 40 years, and about 3 years ago, Harvard finally did a study where they proved what I did worked, and they called it these power positions. And what they showed was if you stand, everyone can try this, let's do something really silly. Put both your hands on your hips like Wonder Woman or Superman or that stuff, right? If you stand like this and you breathe deep for just 2 minutes, what the science found was that you will absolutely increase your testosterone by 20%, man or woman. You'll drop your cortisol, which as you know is the stress hormone, by 22%, and you're 33% more likely to take action which you wouldn't have before because fear would have stopped you. You can try it later and you'll feel it after 2 minutes. Or somebody who's puts their arms back like this, their feet up, that'll produce the same state. It produces more certainty in you, and that certainty gets you to take different actions. So if you are in a situation, you think of the worst scenario, my mom dying, no, my business goes under, I never achieve at the level I need to, all the things I have anxiety about. The minute you focus on them, you go into those states of fear, and then you behave fearful, and you get lousy results. And when you get lousy results, what does it do to your brain? You go, see, I told you I couldn't do this. It becomes this negative loop. So how do we break out of it? We change our focus by asking better questions. Answer this question in your mind. What is it in your life that you're proud of? If there's something you could feel really proud of right now by focusing on it, your children, yourself, something you accomplished, you did. And I don't mean fake pride, ego pride, like where you're making things up. I mean, well, you really did something you're proud of. Right now, close your eyes and focus on how it feels when you're really proud. Focus on that moment you're proud of. How do you breathe when you feel really proud? And if you're a little kid, what happens to your face when you're really proud? You don't hide it, right? There's that big smile on your face. Try one more real fast. Think of something that you could be really grateful for. Or excited, pick either one. Something you could be grateful for, a person, a moment, or something if you wanted to that you could be excited about. Let's use excited for a moment. Okay. Close your eyes, and just for a moment, all we're doing is changing your focus. Focus on what could excite you. Feel like it's really happening. Your mom's healing, you break through in the business, you're achieving the level you want. Anxiety is rid from my life. I'm on charge, I'm on top of it. How do you breathe? Make a noise of excitement, a sound of excitement. Go ahead in your bodies, all of you. Do it again. One more. Open your eyes. How many feel that feeling in your body right now?
Yeah.
So if we change the state you're in, just by changing our focus or the way we use our bodies, if you focus on what you want, life has probabilities, there's no guarantees, but you increase them when you change your state. And that's really what this is all about. Learning to change your body and learning to change your focus.
Sort of ways to stop being pathetic. So the first one, rule number 1, stand up straight with your shoulders back.
And like if your serotonin levels fall, you get depressed, you crunch forward and the whole, everything around you turns cloudy and black and then you're inviting more oppression, right? And so you get into this bad loop in the hunched shoulders and then you can't breathe properly and your voice isn't right and you invite more bullying. So this basically says, I'm open to the world, right? But what it also says is I can handle being open to the world. So it signifies competence and confidence.
내가 뭘 좋아하는지도 모르겠고 결국 그런 막 생각을 하다 보면 자기 비하에 빠지고 자존감이 낮다는 결론에 이르거든요.
저도 여러분 자존감이 낮았던 사람이에요. 아니 아버지 빚 2억 넘으면
네.
20살 때 자존감이 뭐 셀 이유가 별로 없죠. 저희가 교육자이심에도 불구하고 부정적인 암시를 많이 주셨어요. 길을 죽인 거죠 한마디로. 예, 넌 할 수 없어, 뭐 안 될 거야, 뭐 이런 거. 근데 자존감이라는 거는 의미 있는 행동들을 자꾸 해서 성공이 계속 거듭되는 그런 행동을 했어야지만 자존감이 높아지는데 그냥 생각으로만 뭐 자존감 높인다, 이건 불가능하다고 봐야 돼요. 사실상 남들이 인정을 해줘야 돼요. 남들이 인정 안 해주는데 나는 잘 됐어, 나는 혼자 잘났어, 이게 안 되잖아요. 제 자존감이 정말 미친 듯하게 커진 이유는 20대부터 강자들한테 다 영향력을 끼치면서 저를 더 받아들이게 만들고, 그리고 애들한테 OT하면 과반수 이상 제자들이 다 되고, 그러니까 자존감이 미쳐버리게 커지죠. 그냥 잔잔한 책들이나 봐서는 그거 갖고 행동하지 않는다면 자존감은 신기루 같은 쪽으로 느껴질 거고, 남들한테 도움이 되는 게 무엇인지를 계속 갈고 닦으셔서 그 삶에서 자신의 진정으로 관심이 있었고 남들보다 좀 강점이라도 있거나 강점이 없다면 이제부터 만들면 돼요. 남들한테 뭔가 어떤 분야에서 내가 도움을 줄 수 있을까를 자꾸 생각하셔서, 도움 주는 걸 그냥 도움 줄 수가 없으니까 도움 줄 수 있는 지식을 먼저 갖추셔야 되고, 작은 지식이라도 마련되면 그것도 못 갖고 있는 사람이 또 찾아보면 있어요.
네네.
그 사람한테 도움을 주는 거죠. 그런 행동들을 하다 보면 그 도움을 주면서도 큰 보람을 느끼고 뭐 아주 작은 돈이라도 벌게 되고, 그러면서 더 잘 돕고 싶으니까 더 공부를 더 많이 하게 돼요. 깊어지고 사람이. 그러면서 자존감이 점점 올라갈 수밖에 없는 선순환을 할 수밖에 없죠. 그러니까 사람들 보세요. 가서 물어보세요. 주변 친구들이나 아니면 사람들한테 너 일 재미있어? 그럼 재미없어 이런 애들 있을 거라고. 걔네는 누굴 무시하는 거예요? 자기를 무시하는 거예요. 자기 자신을 무시한다는 자체를 몰라. 인식을 없어. 시중에 자존감 책을 본다고 자존감이 높아질까요? 절대 그럴 리 없어요. 그러니까 지일이 재미없는 애가 자존감이 어딨어. 지일도 재미없는 애를 남들이 관심 가질 것 같아요? 전혀 관심이 없어요. 좀 세게 말하면 사람 취급 안 해버려. 지일 재미없는 존재를 힘 있고 기득권들은 아예 사람 취급 안 하는 거예요. 그러니까 자기 일을 재밌어요. 어떻게든 재밌게 만드는 태도, 그런 지식을 갖추는 것을 여러분이 반드시 하셔야 돼요. 그게 안 되는 상태에서 자존감 책을 읽는다는 말이 안 됩니다. 그러니까 어떻게 해야 되냐? 지금 당장 여러분한테 주어진 일을 남다르게 더 재밌게 하셔야 돼요. 무조건. 분명히 뭔가 닥친 일이 있을 거예요. 그 일을 남다르게 탁월하게 재밌게 해요. 자꾸 그런 식으로 바꿔나가면 그럼 더 좋은 기회가 와요. 남들이 여기 눈여겨보거든요. 그런 사람들을. 스카우트 일을 딱 하고 더 큰 일 해봐. 그럼 그거 더 재밌게 하면 돼. 그러면 이제 엄청난 자존감.
What was your beverage today?
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea, yes ma'am. And how else may I serve you all? Oh, as a meal too, or just the entree by itself?
Just the entree.
Yes ma'am. And how else may I serve you today?
Can the sauce be barbecue?
Of course you can. Oh, how many would you like today?
2.
We have that just for you. Oh, and how else may I serve you?
Can I have no tomatoes on that sandwich?
Of course, I do the same thing. No tomato? Yes ma'am.
And can I have Polynesian sauce
Of
or
course,
ketchup?
Polynesian too. Ah, you guys are good at this. Oh,
That's
and how
it.
else may I serve you today?
That's it.
Amazing ordering, everyone. Your total now: 4 a deluxe meal, American cheese, no tomato, fries and sweet tea, 8 nuggets as an entree, and I put 2 of each of barbecue and Polynesian. Your new total now is $11.98. But who are you all paying? Oh, you're prepared to? Amazing timing, everyone. You're one step away from an awesome lunch meal. It'll be a pleasure serving you at our drive-thru window after 2 more things. You know what that is. It's a fist bump each. You guys are awesome. 1 and 2. You have an awesome day up ahead.
All right,
you all
thank
for choosing
you.
Chick-fil-A.